Hello, and happy Monday. We are at April 1st, 2024. Gosh, this year is just going by so quickly and so much is going on. And so I just wanted to come on, one, to thank you for watching and for being my client, for following me on social media, and for any feedback that you may offer. I would certainly appreciate it. Just decided to come on, as I said that I would, to talk about the NAR settlement, okay? So NAR is the acronym for the National Association of Realtors, of which I am a member. So licensed real estate professionals are required to be a member of the National Association of Realtors. There is also a local association of realtors, the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors, of which I am also a member of. That association allows me access to the MLS, and the MLS is the Multiple Listing Service. And this is where I enter listings. This is where I search those listings that have been entered by myself or other realtors in order to help you find a home. We enter the listings there so that sellers will be able to showcase their home to buyers, okay? So that's where I gain access to that. And we pay dues as realtors, licensed professionals, we pay dues to both of these associations. So they govern quite a bit of rules, regulations, and documents, the forms that you sign when you're transacting real estate. Those forms are coming from the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors, the local entity. Okay, so getting back to the settlement, the NAR settlement, National Association of Realtors. This is a claim that was brought on behalf of home sellers related to broker commissions. Okay, so just want to explain that the settlement was brought, the claims were brought against, broker commissions. It was brought against brokers regarding broker commissions. Okay, now the settlement is subject to court approval. The amount of the settlement is $418 million. Okay, and it is still subject to court approval. We are still moving forward, even though it has not been finalized, because we are confident that there will be some changes, and it is necessary that there are some changes going forward. So just to bring to light some of those changes, as early as July, going forward, the settlement provides that buyers must enter into written agreements with the buyer's agent. Okay. And so this change will take effect mid-July. And actually that buyer brokerage agreement is the agreement between the client, the buyer, and the brokerage. Okay, but there is going to be a requirement that you enter into an agreement so that there's clarity on how the compensation will occur, the length of time that that agreement will cover. But this will be a requirement. As many of you know, I've used that practice probably ever since I've been a realtor for the last 10, 12 years. Not all realtors do. They don't require that you sign an agreement to work with them. So those individuals, buyers who don't want to necessarily, and I've had buyers that did not want to sign the agreement. There are many that don't want to sign the agreement. It will now be a requirement come July if you're going to work with a realtor. Okay, so that's going to be one change that is coming up here soon in July. So I wanted to share that with you. And if you are in an agreement already, know that that agreement will more than likely change. That form, that buyer brokerage agreement, I'm sure will change. And so some incorrect information that has been said in the news media is that the National Association of Realtors sets commissions. They do not. As we've always said, everything in real estate is negotiable, even commissions or compensation. So there is no set amount. Some people may have heard or generally speaking, 6%. There is nothing written in stone that that is the compensation. It is whatever you choose to negotiate, you the buyer and you the seller. Okay, we as realtors, we just enact and move forward with your wishes, but it is the customer that decides. The seller decides the compensation and the buyer's agent decides and the buyer, I'm sorry, the buyer decides the compensation. Okay, but both parties, more than likely, the listing agent and the buyer's agent, they've been used to getting paid. And so these are paid professionals. So both parties need to be paid. How that will happen is what we'll be negotiating going forward. And that needs to start as soon as possible. So you decide on who your agent is going to be and have that conversation with your agent as soon as possible so that you know what to expect. Okay. Now, in the past, there have been sellers who paid the compensation for the buyer's agent. That may not be the case anymore. So buyers, that may be something for you to consider, is preparing yourself should you be in that position to where you may need to compensate your buyer's agent if you want representation. You do not have to. Sellers don't have to pay for their listing agent. You can sell your home yourself. It's not something that I would recommend. However, you have a right to do that. Buyers, you have a right to go out and purchase a home without a realtor. There will be much exposure to litigation and legal risks that you would take. So I would never recommend that someone do that. Just like I would never recommend that you would pull your own tooth or that you would represent yourself in court or work on your car yourself. So these are licensed, we are licensed professionals, but you must know that you have a right to represent yourself. Please hear that, because that is a misnomer that is being said. People are saying that buyer's agents aren't needed anymore. I wouldn't say that they're not needed anymore, but you don't have to use them. You, as sellers, you don't have to use a listing agent. So those are mainly the facts that I wanted to share with you today. There will be more conversation. We're going to meetings on a weekly basis. We've been receiving emails, sometimes daily. This is happening. It's a process. Will there be change? There will be change. Change is good. So don't fear the change. Just be educated about the change. Work with someone like myself who's going to take the time to explain some things to you. I hope this video is helpful to you. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I've tried to reach out to some of my clients to let them know that I want to have this conversation with them specifically regarding their situation. And I hope to receive responses from you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. And I hope that you have a fabulous day. I was looking for where to stop the recording. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. You know, I love you. Bye-bye, and God bless you.